Ladies and gentlemen, politics is a very interesting game. And I love it. But politics is also a very dirty game. Yesterday, Moses Kuria, who is the cabinet secretary for trade in the Republic of Kenya, made some very interesting post on his official social media handles. In that post, Moses Kuria advertised for urgent tenders to supply body bags to the Republic of Kenya. That advertisement by Moses Kuria caused serious panic in the country because it was coming at a time Azimio's rallies or demonstrations were supposed to happen the next day, which is today. I wanted to do that analysis yesterday, but as you are all aware, yesterday I was out of town. But I'm here today. I want us to look at that advertisement. Why do you think Moses Kuria advertised for supply of body bags? And by the way, before we do that, you know today is the famous Tuesday, holiday, Azimio Mandamanos. The rallies were banned. William Ruto assured the country that is the commander-in-chief and Azimio will be able to know. At the same time, you are also aware that yesterday there were attempts by some goons to infiltrate Kibra. So by the time of doing this video, because I want to go do this video, then I'm going to show you whatever is happening in Kisumu. I was in the streets in the morning and I noted one thing, that the demonstrators were actually manhandling anybody who tried to destroy the properties, which is a good sign. But something caught my attention today, earlier today, I think around 9. There was a photo which was being circulated. And in that photo, it was a bus which was allegedly being burnt by irate demonstrators. And certain things caught my attention in that photo. That bus, which was allegedly burning or just burned, was being pushed by around 3 people, 4, a policeman, and there's a policeman there. It was being pushed out of the road. And the question I asked myself is, how can you push a burning vehicle? The metal is just too hot for a bare hand. In fact, as long as the vehicle is burning, you can't even move closer to it. That was around 9 a.m. when these photos started circulating. In fact, for me, I picked this photo from a gentleman called Lemiso Sato and The Standard. The Standard later on deleted that photo. But after some point, they returned it. So I asked myself, why? And then I observed very closely the time and the shadow. You know, you can always tell something from the shadow, the time of the day. Clearly, that was not morning, because even from this vehicle, assuming it was in the morning, where do you think the shadow would be? Yeah? So probably this photo was taken yesterday or earlier, and this vehicle was pushed somewhere. Then, interestingly, after some hours, when Kenya now started raising those questions, this vehicle went into flames. Someone then burned it. And finally, when this vehicle was being pushed, you can clearly see there is nothing to show that there was mandamano here at all. You can't even see road being barricaded. Even the policemen there, you don't see them struggling to stop mandamano or whatever. They're only focusing on this vehicle. Then the vehicle went into flames. And I asked myself, then I remembered a gentleman by the name Mike Sonko. So basically, my conclusion is that this vehicle is part of government propaganda to portray Azimio as violent and probably to create a wedge between Azimio supporters and the Kikuyu nation. This is what Mike Sonko said some years back.
Sahi tumeona deep state na system wameanza kuchoma magari, isemekane ni mahasla wanachoma magari. Mimi nataka kutoboa niseme hivi. 2017 wakati kulikuwa na maandamano ya ODM, mimi na Kibicho na Deep State wale wengine na system tuliwenda kuprint t-shirt za ODM, tukanunua magari second hand kwa mashowroom, tukazichoma huko Ngong Road, ionekane ni ODM, kumbe ni Deep State na system. Muache kuharibia Hustler Nation. Mwenyezi Mungu mpatie rais nguvu, umregesha fikira akuwe vile alivyokuwa tukimkampenia. Sisi tumeteseka sana.
Now, the vehicle is burning as at now. Let us not get into that. I want us to look at Moses Kuria. Let us go to the post which Moses Kuria made, which is actually the basis of this analysis. The post you are seeing on the screen there is actually a screen grab from Moses Kuria's official handles. It was made yesterday at exactly 13:06, and the post reads, "The National Police Service urgent tender notice. Supply of body bags." So you can clearly see there's a body bag there. There's another body bag here. And he's saying the National Police Service invites urgent bids for supply of 20,000 medium-sized and 5,000 large-sized plastic body bags. Remember, in 2017, this also happened before NASA supporters were massacred at that particular time. They came up with the issue of body bags. And indeed, some body bags were thrown in Lake Victoria and they were floating. And you know, I just can't remember the story well, but I remember there was some body bags which were found in Lake Victoria floating. And he's saying, bidders must deliver with sealed delivery forms and enclosed invoices to Vigilance House, 4th floor, latest by 12:00 noon on Tuesday. So right now, I think it's not, it's a few minutes to noon. So they are yet to be delivered. On Tuesday, 2nd May 2023. That is the day of Azimio Mandamanos. Late deliveries will not be accepted. Supply chain management. Supply chain department. Now, this post is not by any other Kenyan. This post is by Moses Kuria, the Cabinet Secretary for Trade. And I ask myself several questions. Why would Moses Kuria share this post? Because this post bears the official logo of the National Police Service. And this is not the first time Moses Kuria is making these reckless statements. You all know that before Musando's body was found, Moses Kuria made a statement. Before Northern raid, Moses Kuria made a statement. The other day, he made a statement about the elimination of Raila Odinga. And just on, was it on Friday or Saturday, there was an event in Thika. Mungai wa Joroge, one of the famous musicians there, was celebrating his milestone in music. Moses Kuria took with him 1 million. And he made some reckless statements suggesting that Raila Odinga should be eliminated. And he also promised that he will lead his people to demonstrate in Uhuru Kenyatta's Ichaweri home. Now, listening to Moses Kuria very briefly during that event, because I want us to do a critical analysis of this particular post.
Gotire wairagio toire. Gotire wairagio toire. Na tutigotua tugiaga na mundu umwe. Kabaciro tore. Kabaciro tore. Oke kahora. Kule. Wewe niambie mtu ambaye ni Mkikuyu ambaye anajua sisi wa Kikuyu ni watu wa biashara na anaongoza mambo ya kuharibu uchumi. Mmoja ni mgeko ni mera. Ni mgeko ni mera. Ni mgeko kwera uhuru le. Ona hizo niko siamba asigalilo tikomeo. Obuwazi alioneke nani. Hata sisi tulizaliwa na sisi ndio tuko hapo kwa wakati huu. Upende usipende uzoee heshima.
Now, that's Moses Kuria. Why do you think Moses Kuria made that post? Because for me, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. So the question is, what was the objective of Moses Kuria's post? Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you guys to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And you can also support this channel through the numbers you are seeing on your screen. Now, let us get back to the main issue. The first thing which comes to my mind is, what message is Moses Kuria trying to send to Kenyans? Is he sending a message to the country that the Kenyan government, because Moses Kuria is a member of the cabinet and therefore part of the government, is the Kenyan government that reckless enough to show their intention to the republic? What message was it sending to Kenyans? Was it trying to tell Kenyans that we are going to witness bloodbath in the country, and therefore we need the body bags? So for me, that's the most important question. The second question is, what is government counter strategy against these Azimio rallies? That is the question. Are they planning to do a massacre, for example? Is there something which Moses Kuria knows, which you and I can't know at this particular moment? I mean, why would he make that statement? What is the government strategy? Because so far, up to this stage, there's calm, apart from the alleged burning of the bus in Ngongron. Ngongron normally is not an epicenter during these mandamanos. So is it possible that their counter strategy is to use this kind of violence to meet violence on Azimio demonstrators? Let us wait and see what is going to unfold. Number 3, which is also a very important question. Why is Moses Kuria, a senior government official, using a fake letter on his official handle, using official police logo? So far, you can call it forgery, but so far, the police is yet to comment on that matter. Moses Kuria is yet to comment on it. And we are moving as a country as if everything is normal. You see, someone like Lee, who is an ordinary Kenyan, can post that thing because I can claim that it was propaganda. Of all the people, Moses Kuria is a member of the cabinet. The country is run through the cabinet. Why would he send this kind of post which bears fake logo? Maybe. But my fourth question is this the tactics which the government is going to use? But will that tactic work for them? I'm not so sure whether it's going to work. In fact, if you ask me, and I think I even made a post on my Facebook, that if I were Raila Odinga, that post, I think I made it by 10, after that photo started flying around, I asked myself, and I asked Raila Odinga, that if I were him, I would not emerge with the mandamanos today, because the CBD is already shut up. I mean, there's no activity going on in the Nairobi CBD. That means they've already achieved their objective. Therefore, if they were to lead their supporters to the street, it means they're going to give the government the opportunity to deal with them and probably destroy more properties and then blame on them. Remember, the issue of ICC came up. So these guys would also be keen on collecting evidences. Kisumu, they decided with the leadership that anybody who will attempt to destroy or to steal was going to meet the wrath of the people. And already, they are being arrested. Some of them are being beaten up. Those who try to use mandamano to steal. So is it the tactics? And lastly, do we just conclude that Moses Kuria is just reckless? Do we make that assumption? That Moses Kuria, oh, ni yule jamaa, haja change, he just drinks, maybe, but this was made during the day. Do we conclude that Moses Kuria is just reckless? Or is he communicating Kenya Kwanza policy? So those are some of the issues. I don't know what you think. That's my take. And I think I'll come back later with analysis of the happenings in the country. I'll also be able to get out to follow up on mandamanos. I was in town actually in the morning, but by that time there was nothing much. But I observed in Kisumu today, there were a lot of presence of the police. Previously, the presence of the police were not as much as it is today. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Maybe you could also guess where Raila Odinga is going to emerge from today. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.